let me read you the law, okay? In the Surface Resources Act, Section 4B, 30 U.S.C. 612B, it essentially provided the United States the right to manage the vegetative surface resources and other surface resources on unpatented mining claims. It also provided the United States with the right to access lands through the mining claims and to use as much land as necessary to accomplish its activity. But Congress also provided in 612B that any use of the surface of any such mining claim by the United States, its permittees or licensees, shall be such as not to endanger or materially interfere with prospecting, mining, or processing operations or uses reasonable incident thereto. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in Shunway versus United States, paragraph 30 states, views that the United States must coexist with the holder of a valid mining claim whose right to possession is vested. We have a vested right to be on that property and to mine it. The same court also said at paragraph 29, it has been long established that if the applicants are in compliance with the mining laws, then their right to the unpatented claim or the title of a locator is vested, even though the Department of Interior has taken no action at all, that an applicant has yet to receive or even apply for a patent does not mean the government has plenary power over the mill site. The U.S. Supreme Court recognized that a valid location, unpatented, is a grant in the nature of an estate in fee. I have all of I won't bore you with that. Here's another. Although legal title to the land remains in the United States, the claimant enjoys a valid, equitable, possessory title. In other words,
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Ed, but the Zoom is going to cut us off here in about 5 minutes. So and hopefully we can do some more of that too. I'm sorry I had to kind of interrupt that a little bit.
We have the right to be there. They don't have the right to stop us or take 12 years to get and that's why people will not invest in Oregon.
Or anywhere.
As soon as they hear it's Oregon, they say, forget it.
And they being basically BLM, Fish and Game, EPA, and on and on and on.
It is the Forest Service and the BLM. That is the bottleneck.
So the last question I have is, we're talking to the public now. If you're talking to the public and you need the public's help, what do we ask them to do? What can they do to help you guys?
Follow the law.
Right, but I'm talking about the average person, the average person out there. Yeah, the average person out there, can they write their congressman? Can they call somebody? What can they do to make these changes? Is there any recommendation? Is there any ideas about how can we get
I
their
have
help?
a million, but they'd all be wrong. We've tried everything with these people. We've complied. We've done help. They're out there taking people's property.
Yes.
You know, we have the right to be there, the right to mine. I mean, that is all they have to do is read the 1872 mining law, which I did before I started mining.
Right.
That's why, as a poor kid from Brooklyn, I started mining. Because I didn't know any better.
You've been totally silent. It's not like you, Jim, to be totally silent. What? Do you have anything to add to this conversation?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Jim, are you here? Can you hear me, Jim? Jim Eberhardt.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you got something. You want to add something here? You've been really quiet here.
I'm just listening to the experts, what they're talking about. I think what needs to be done, is the reason I brought you in, is turn the heat up on these departments. We got to start really jabbing at Washington, D.C. When we get this stupid virus behind us, it's been one thing after another. But we need to have someone like yourself the power of the pen is very, very strong. I think what you're doing is to lighten a fire, but you got to start calling these guys. Why are you doing this? And have them put their answers on video. Why they won't let this happen.
Right. Right. Yeah, we went through the impeachment, followed by the virus, followed by whatever the whatever the scam is for right now. So, Jay, you were going to add something, Jay? Does somebody else want to say something?
Well, I've got a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
Just take out a gravel license, and then you don't have to answer to M. Shaw, and just go like hell.
Wow.
Good idea.
Till they tell you to stop. Every gravel company worth their salt runs a gold collection. They keep it very quiet, but there's always gold where they make gravel.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
I think
Now,
that
I'm just being humorous because that's, I mean,
yeah, right.
what y'all don't realize is that the same people that co-opted the FBI and everything else have been at work for years, particularly the environmental movement. You want to bring a country dead in its tracks, give them an EPA.
yeah, no kidding.
Yep. Well, it's a religion now.
You're all right bringing heat on government officials and embarrass them and everything else, but it's not going to change in our lifetimes, and something I can't see coming happens. I'm 70, and you know, frankly, I've gone from being a good citizen. I still think I'm a good citizen, but you can't trust the government at all, and they will lock you down every chance they get, particularly mining.
Yeah. Are you still there, Ed? It says mute on the. Are you still there?
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Okay, Jerry.
Hey, you know, if I bring a lawyer, which I have tried to do, to one of these meetings, they won't even let the lawyer or you in the office.
No, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
No, it's the truth. I got the lawyer and I got the people that were with me when I went to the office.
Well, if there is one tiny little glimmer of hope from my naivete, because you guys are on the firing line and all this, I'm just watching from afar.
Anyone who thinks the government is there to help it's basically it.
I think the only little glimmer of hope is, let's hope that I did read in detail all the executive order from President Trump, and the only little glimmer of hope I think we have is to put him back into office for another 4 years.
Who enforces them?
Yeah.
Right. So
Who is the
that isn't
enforcement?
going to flow down to these agencies who are staffed by people.
You need
that
a
hate-
separate agency to enforce the agencies that are not doing their jobs.
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm going to be asking those questions. I'm just trying to be as educated as I can, and I plan to contact
I'm
those
glad
people
to
and
hear
ask them some of those
Somebody
questions.
doing something for us.
Yeah, well,
Thank you. That's a public service, believe me.
it is my honor to be able to be involved with all of you guys, and so I really appreciate it. So, anything else? Anybody want to add one final thing before we have to shut down?
You know, I'll just say that I would like the average person that may not know a lot about our industry to keep in mind that everything we use and consume in this world is either mined or grown. Everything. And to keep putting the regulations on this industry that stop us or slow us down, that just gives places like China more business, and we can't rely on places like China, and that whole situation is probably going to get worse in coming years. And so I would, if they have an opportunity to talk to their elected officials, point to that executive order for Trump in December 2017 related to critical minerals and ask what the local agencies are doing to follow that. And they'll probably get some blank stares, but I think that we need to trumpet that the whole idea behind that executive order.
I agree.
Right.
Yes.
At least it seems like there's a good time for this. As President Trump would say, I'm not happy with China. And while they're trying to bring the pharmaceuticals back, I think they're going to bring a lot of things back. And I think they can help all of you guys and all of us in this country as well.
Well, we have to try.
We have
Gotta try.
Right, exactly.
Don't give up.
Great, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Nice to meet you face to face after watching you on the email. And I'm here to help. If anybody wants to send me a note and say, hey, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? I'm here to help you guys. And that's why I'm doing this. Is I think it's really important what you're doing, and I think it's important for this country what you're doing. So, see you.
Thank you,
guys.
Bob. Thank you, Bob, for this opportunity.
Yeah,
Good night,
thank
gentlemen.
you. Thank you. Great to meet you guys. See you,
care.
Ed. See you, Doc.
You.
See you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.